This debate was really interesting in the sense that what we're talking about days after, even moments after, was not what was said, but how it was said. And earlier at the beginning of this conversation, you said that you took issue with some of President Trump's points. What were they? What policy disagreements do you have if you were on that stage that you would have brought up?
Well, like some of the things he said when he said, states just allow you to abort a fetus at the ninth month. That's just not true anywhere in the country. You have to get, there has to be a doctor's exemption essentially for that. That's not something that happens willy nilly. And he is making it seem like this is something that happens all the time. When in truth, late term abortions are less than 1% of abortions, and it's done through medical necessity. And that should be between a woman and their doctor. Joe Biden couldn't defend that point. He couldn't fight back against that. When it comes to some of the things he said about the border, it is ridiculous. Most people who want to come here to work and work peacefully and live peacefully and create their own economic output and their own economic future here in the United States. They're not coming here just to attack Americans or increase crime. In fact, if you look at studies, immigrants, both illegal and those who came here through legal means, both of them commit less crime than native-born Americans. So it's just not true when he says we're exporting crime into our streets because we have open borders. So much of the rhetoric he says is just so hyperbolic. But if there's not somebody there to respond to it in real time, voters will look at that and say, okay, nobody's fighting back against it. The moderators aren't pushing back. The other candidates not pushing back. So it must be true. But so much of the things he says are either hyperbolic or just a straight up lie. And he's a dishonest person. This is why I think voters need to have more than two choices. You shouldn't have an angry, dishonest old man or a tired and kind of sundowning old man to choose from. You should be able to have younger voices. And I hope voters voice their dissatisfaction by voting for the only candidate under the age of 40.